Good morning, my dear students. Now, we start to begin our new session with the new class. So, according to our syllabus, we start to going in computer chapter unit first and chapter first. Unit first is belongs to basics of information technology. First of all, we have to know about the information. Information, that means related all the things that we can find, any kind of information. It is used through these technologies. In computer is an electronic technology that we can use since many of years. They all are came together, belongs to the information technology. Then move on with the chapter first, computer system. We know that computer is an electronic device that we can say that it can be done any kind of a work that we want to with that in electronic terms. In computer, there are too many solution we can find in a many ways. Computer belongs to, we know that any kind of things that can be happen nowadays. First of all, communication technology. Communication, that we can interact with each other. That we can say that we can each other with this languages. Computer can also communicate with users by their own way. We learn about in the earlier classes that we can say that computer can get understand binary number system, zeros and ones. According to this numerical numeric system, we can communicate with the computer. Then communication technology in the many way. Computer interact in a different manner. We can ask from in our way and he can get answer on his way. So this pattern is followed by the many of the other, we can say that data, and we know that the data is going to be different facts, raw facts, that we can say there is an alphabets, numerical values and some symbolic instructions code that we can use while using these languages that we can get data and information. Data, as I earlier mentioned, is a raw fact. In the sense of raw fact, we want to get to type any numerical numbers or alphabetical texture or symbolic instructions, like many of the symbolic instructions codes are be there. Use this data, we can implement with our information, and computer get understand with that and give us to the particular information on this data. So data and information is more important that computer can get understand. We give them data, he get process onto it and give us result in a different informationing manner. Then IPO. We know that what is the IPO. In the primary classes or junior classes, we can get the IPO, that means input, process and output. The data processing cycle. How data can be implemented with the processing and output. We know that our input, the input that we can use with too many input devices that we have, a scanner or a keyboard or a mouse. These are some of the main input devices. We can through our data through the input devices into the processing manner in CPU. It can implement with the processes according what we want to do with our data. Processing onto it, summarize onto it and give us on a meaningful output in a processing cycle. So with the IPO, input, process and output came together in a manner to give us the desired result with the help of IPO, data processing cycle. Now then, design of computer. Computer is not basically manner for the particular things. Nowadays we have a multiple kind of a work. Too many other things can be happen with the other technologies. Designing of computers are basis categorized with their own facilities. We have a mini computers, microcomputers, even supercomputers, desktop computer. We have already learned about in the primary classes. On the basis of our requirement, we have to choose or we have to do with different computer. In our teaching manner, we have just using desktop as a simple processing computer that we can do with a simple kind of a work that we can the MS Office kind of work, or we can do some programming like within the single user multitasking process. In editing or designing or some coding based work, we can use on a desktop. In the other manner, supercomputer or the most of the computers that can work within a higher level, that can be used in many institutions, laboratories, or some industries that can be worked on the defined with the basis of their work. So in the designing of computer, the multiple kind of a categorized are be with their work. Strength and weakness of computer. Now then, the strength of computer, we know that it can do multiple work in a single click. Can get understand also on a single click, multiple instruction also. It can be implemented within quick manner, and it can solve any resolutions, any kind of a problem. It's a solution based, we can say that information technology. So anything we can get from the computer, it can be done for us. Weakness of computer, lack of thinking. Computer has, you know that computer is not capable to think its own. We have to decide what computer what we want to do with that. It depends on us how it can be implemented we can do with these computers. So on the basis of the strength and weakness of computer, they have their own limitations. Input devices, output devices, storage devices, and the processor. First of all, we have to move on input devices. In nowadays, in earlier classes, we know that the only keyboard or mouse. But nowadays, if you see, there are too many input devices are there. A part of the keyboard or a mouse, there is a scanner. You know that scanner is a kind of a devices that we can get pictorial or an image texture pattern that we can save in our computer. OMR, MIC, OMR, optical mark reader, that we can, you will see that there are only mark kind of information we get from in a digital form. There are OMR we can get understand through this. Second thing is the barcode reader. You will see that there are bars on every commercial product that we can find in the behind of or on the below of their product. There are too many bars are be there. You will when you going to the any shoppings or any malls, you can get there is a machine, a barcode machine that you can just put onto this barcode and in the digital form, and your amount will be just count in this manner. Barcode reader. MICR, magnetic ink character reader. MICR mostly used in the banks when the checks or some documents can be identified through this MICR. We can say that there are printers also. Printers going to be the output. Then in input device we have scanners. Different kind of scanner that we have. Flatbed है on a screen or some different kind of a printer that we have in a input devices. Then mouse, in a simple manner we have used an optical mouse Now, instead of mouse, we can use the touch screen pad. There is no need to mouse in the touch screen pads. You have to just put finger on your screen. It does your finger also behave like a mouse. Then move on with the output devices. One of the most output devices we know that is a screen. That we can say that the monitor in a form of the now. Printer is also be an output. Speaker also be an output devices. In a category wise printer, there are categories in the different printer: laser printer, drum printer, line printer, inkjet printer. They can be used in the basis of their work. Different kind of printer work with a different kind of a pattern. Then speaker. In the sense of speaker, we can get output from the manner of voice. Different speaker can be used in nowadays. Then we have to move on storage devices. Other area where we can store all the things that we can have in computer system. Hard disk is a place where we can store all the things that can be kept. And hard disk also can be divided into parts. There are drives are be there. You have to categorize in a different manner. You can load or download or install all the things through their DVD or CD or a pen drive. It also can be stored in a hard disk. There are too many storage devices nowadays. Nowadays we have to use a pen drive. It is also kind of storage device. In earlier days, we have to use a storage device in floppy. It is a small rectangular kind of a shape. That the small amount of data we can store in the floppies. Then we have to move on CDs. Data capacity going to be increased. Then VCDs are be there. Now, a part of hard disk, pen drive is there. You can use to storage a pen drive, and pen drive can be came into their capacities: 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB. Nowadays they are going to be increasing to their capacity. So storage device are be there, and most of the things that at least are the processor. Processor is the command control, or we can say that the working processor that can your computer going to be their working speed. All things are going to be depend on your processor. Which kind of a processor have in your system to their speed. There are different version are be there for the software as well as the version of the processor also be there. Intel Core i3, i5, i7. These are the processor to give us the facility to improve our working speed. Because nowadays we see that there all our things are going to in the internet, or we can say the online concept. If our processor give to the processing in the particular manner, fast manner, it's also going to be implemented with their speeds. So processor are the most important thing that we have in our system. They are came into the different manner. Nowadays we have to use i7, is the i5, i7, i3. These are the some processor. So a part of this configuration of the system in a computer system. So all these things are came together and make the whole part of the information that we can set is the computer system or a information technology. It also can be divided into different parts. In manner we can say that according to our data, then what can the computer can do is the processing, and what we can get from the output through the monitors. So it's depend on us what we want to do with our system, what kind of information can we get from these systems. Any kind of information can get, you know, that is depend on us. So according to chapter, these are some list and contains are compared information technology in a computer system. So that is be all for our chapter first. As the same pattern that we have done in our regular classes, read this chapter very well and give. If you have any kind of a doubt, you can ask to my number. So that is be all for our chapter first. In the next session, we have to do within their exercises. Thank you.